Welcome back, everybody, to IGN Live at the YouTube gaming stage here at PAX. We've arrived at the end of our coverage today. I'm Damon Hatfield. This is Max Scoville.
I'm gonna take my shoes
right now
off.
Just
Take my shoes off. I'm gonna get comfy.
take a load off.
Yeah, let's hang out.
Take a load off. Unbuckle your pants if you want to. It's
Can I
fine.
just take them off? Can I
Yeah.
take all my
You guys
pants
want
off?
to take your
Here's
clothes
a
off,
piece
don't you?
of trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia.
Marty ripped a big hole in his pants.
I have a big hole in the crotch of my pants, which is why I'm...
He literally
Oh!
has to keep his...
That's bad. Very bad.
By our internet broadcast standards, he has to keep his legs crossed,
That is-
or else we're just going to get pulled offline.
That was a hell of a start.
Let's wrap up the show a little bit.
Yeah.
What was the best stuff that we played here at PAX Prime? Marty, why don't you start us off?
Man, so one of the first things I played Friday morning was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get to play at E3. I didn't get to, obviously wasn't at Gamescom, but finally getting...
I think you got to play what I played at Gamescom.
Yes, like you were in Syria and you were in that tomb, and that is the Tomb Raider I've wanted. It's this absolutely gorgeous, like it feels a lot like Indiana Jones. In terms
Putting
of
the
just,
tombs back in.
Yes, putting the tombs back in Tomb Raider, and just it's scary and mysterious, and the sense of wonder, and I don't know, that demo just really got me. That kind of sold me on it completely, and so November 11th.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was sort of cautiously optimistic about this game. A lot of the stuff we saw was sort of in that kind of winter wonderland setting.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know where this fits in the story or how, but you just dropped into this tomb and everything's crumbling and you're running. And when you screw up, you get stabbed in the neck. And it's gross and horrible. But it's really cool. Like you actually, I think you learn a language while you're playing it. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, you learn Greek.
I think you look at a hieroglyph and it says like +5 Greek, and you're like, I'm learning. No, I love that it's incredibly gorgeous. Like just the graphics are really, really impressive up close. And it'll have these very realistic, very video gamey puzzles.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you gotta shoot the glowing thing. It's a really realistic glowing thing, but you're still shooting it to solve
Pull
the
the
puzzle.
lever, flood the room.
Yeah.
Now you can reach this.
Yeah.
Hard to get to place.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, but then, aside from that, like wandering through the indie mega booth and then up on the 6th floor, which is all indie games, we were sort of talking about this earlier, the breadth of games present at PAX is incredible.
Yeah.
You have stuff like Tomb Raider and Mirror's Edge and Assassin's Creed, but then you also have Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes and Watam, which is the new game by the Katamari Damacy creator, which is like Viva Pinata, just with a whole bunch of acid. Just a whole pinata full of acid.
No, I think like the video game industry is the most creative, wonderful place it's ever been in terms of you can see stuff like, I mean, we just came out of a Mirror's Edge trailer, and then you can also go upstairs and play the new Shovel Knight DLC, where you play as an old medicine man. And it's all 8-bit. It's very odd to get all of that happening at the same time, and it all sort of has the same real estate here at PAX. People are just as excited for the next biggest thing in 3D and Oculus Rift as they are for something that's quirky and independent and artsy. It's a great time.
Yeah, you had some thoughts on this.
I mean, I think that it's nice to see, like, the term indie games is totally like, we should just get rid of that at this point.
Yeah.
Because, like, you got Swery, who made Deadly Premonition, and you got, the guy who made Katamari Damacy, and they're making indie games, but it's like, it's more that they're not these super, ultra, mega, like, triple platinum, triple A games that cost, millions of dollars and are trying to, like, meet some demand. It's games made because people want to make them.
Yeah.
I checked out this game called Brigador, which...
What's it called?
It's called Brigador.
Okay.
And it is, it's an isometric kind of tank controls mech shooter. So it looks a little bit like an old Mech Warrior game, or like a kind of Command and Conquer view, but it plays like Urban Strike.
Oh, man.
And so you're stomping around, but everything is destructible. And the thing about it is, it sounds video gamey as hell, but it's just really, really gorgeous. Like it's modern graphics, just old composition, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like it looks like if you made a super HD version of a game from 1993, and that's fantastic.
And like I was talking today with Andrew Goldfarb, and he so one of the things is like there are so many games at this show. There's no way we can see everything we want to see in the span of 3 or 4 days. And he saw this game called Sybil, which is made by Nina Freeman, and it's this sort of point-and-click adventure game where you're navigating this girl's like desktop, and you're looking through her emails and her old like videos, and you're sort of looking at
Creeping
how
on a girl's.
yeah, but
creeping.
she used her actual videos and thinks it's this very autobiographic tale about she met a guy playing World of Warcraft and sort of how their relationship evolved in that. And he was playing this and he's like, this is it's voyeuristic to the point where he's like, I feel like I'm looking into this most intimate moment in this girl's life, and hearing that, and then again alongside The Division, alongside Mario Maker, I'm like, man, video games are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true thing.
I got to play Metal Gear Solid 5
Yeah.
for a really tiny amount of time.
Welcomed a lamb, I think.
Yes, we had a demo, and it's like that game comes out, that might be waiting for me when I get home. That game is coming out so
Why are you
soon.
still here? Just leave. Go home.
It made me come to this. I want to play Metal Gear. But no, I was tranquilize that sheep. I want to steal it with a balloon. And the guy's handed me the controller, and I did it. And I was really legitimately excited by that. And Kim Wilde was playing, and there was a zebra print helicopter. And I was just video games are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's true. Brian, what did you play that you liked?
I went back to Triforce Heroes, the new Legend of Zelda
Really?
game. There's new environments here at PAX and new areas and stuff like that. And I went from being sort of what is this game? Why is it, is this sort of a appetizer to the main course? It's going to be Zelda Wii U. Eventually, who knows when. That game's been in the dark for almost a year
You mean
now.
Zelda NX?
Yeah, Zelda NX, whatever it's going to be. But I find myself really drawn to this game because it works so well. It's a multiplayer Zelda game where 3 people can play at the same time. You stack up on each other to solve puzzles. You can try on different outfits to change your characteristics and stuff like that. And I saw the same demo for a couple of conventions in a row, and then I came to PAX, and there's all new stuff here. New enemies, new bosses, new stages, and I just really like it. It's going to be sort of a boiled-down version of Zelda. I don't think we're going to get a crazy big overworld, which kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
But the temple stuff, the dungeon stuff that's there really works, and it's really fun. So we'll see how well that actually translates to online, since the only way to communicate online is to mash these emoji buttons on the bottom that make Link scream and shout and do pom-poms.
Unless you buddy up with somebody who's nearby you, yeah?
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
if I can play with you guys, that'd be great. If I have to play with you guys over the internet, might be a different story, but we'll see.
No, we're busy that day.
That day.
My friends are the worst.
Is that out this fall?
Yes.
Yeah.
I bet you next PAX, those beanbag chairs right by where Nintendo stuff all is, I bet you people sitting around playing that together.
Yes.
Having a good
Aw.
time as
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah,
that's true.
friendship.
Have any of you guys played Pit People?
Ooh, yes, the new Behemoth game.
The new Behemoth game.
Yeah.
That one's really cool. So
Yeah.
turn-based strategy game, which we've seen at a few PAXs now, but in between PAX East and now, they announced the official title, and they've polished it up a little bit more. So I love this game. I'm a big turn-based strategy fan. It's a hex-based game, but they wanted to make a boiled down, a little bit more streamlined version of hex-based strategy games, which can get pretty complicated.
Yeah.
So turn-based strategy game, and then what I got to play was cooperative battle. So 2 players can play, local co-op on the couch, and it's not split screen. You both just share the screen, and you each have your own party that you can assign your own commands to. So,
Yeah.
And then the game will scale the enemy difficulty depending on whether or not you're playing by yourself or with the friends.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
And it's one of those it's to be expected because it's Behemoth, but the game is
Yeah.
really funny.
Yep.
It is the sort of the
And
chatter.
the art is so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
What I'm most intrigued about is just the amount of variables. So you can customize how many people you want on your team. You can unlock, new. You have a certain amount of slots that you can for characters that you can take out into battle. And some characters are big and take up more than one slot.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out, is it worth bringing in that extra muscle to lose another character? Then you can customize their abilities, customize what equipment that you take out with, and then during your battle, you're going to be finding loot that you take back to your hometown, and then you can customize your characters further. So yeah, all that is just yep.
It's all good stuff.
Yep. Give that to me.
Yep.
Hopefully it won't be 3 years from now
Yeah.
when they're done.
Is that the one they announced as number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was game 4. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it really counts, but every night I've gone back to my hotel room and played Lara Croft Go. That game is
that's out now.
awesome. That game's out now. Everyone download. That game's incredible.
I still need to download that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of years, it actually still happens, where companies kind of struggle with how to take a console game or a PC game or a big kind of robust AAA game and boil it down to something that's enjoyable on an iPhone. Usually we get these weird mini game versions. Like you mentioned Metal Gear Solid. Do you remember Metal Gear Solid 4 had this sort of
Metal Gear Touch.
Yeah, Metal Gear Touch.
Like an
Hot
arcade
trash.
game, yeah.
And it just, it sort of worked, sort of didn't. But I think that the team that made Hitman Go and now Lara Croft Go, they're really understanding that instead of trying to make something that's exactly like a console game, if you build something from the ground up that kind of evokes the same feel, you end up with a much better and much more successful product. So I'm excited to see that. Like I have sort of a resurgence with mobile gaming every now and then, where 5 or 6 really good games will kind of come out around the same time, and I find myself, gravitating towards my phone and playing games on it.
Well, speaking of, we're also hearing really good things about Star Wars Uprising.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is the Diablo Star Wars game coming to mobile, I think, really soon.
Yeah, and it's like a canonical prequel to The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Or
Really
a sequel to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which one is that? Is that the one with the Ewoks with the eyelids?
Jump.
Yeah, I guess the eyelids are kind of canon now. No, that's cool. Like we don't have a. I guess there's that one Rebels game, I think, which is still canon, but like this is the first like new Star Wars expanded universe game. Like that's exciting. I don't know.
All right, gentlemen, that is a wrap for us from PAX. Thank you so much to YouTube Gaming for letting us use their stage today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for tuning in and watching all this content, and thanks to everybody here that came by to hang out.
Thank
with
you
us.
guys.
Awesome. For everyone here in the audience, if you guys are still here at 5:30 p.m., our GameScoop panel is live in the Sasquatch Theater next door, so come by and hang out with us a little bit more. We'll have lots of fun. This has been IGN Live at PAX Prime. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon.